there are three things that guys tend to do when they meet a woman that they like, where the guy has good intentions doing it, and he then doesn't understand why it turns women off, right? He had good intentions in doing these things. What's the problem? But when I explain this now, you'll understand why so many guys tend to do it and why it turns women off. Now, some guys do it to a much more extreme level than others, but if a guy is even doing it a little bit, it can make a woman feel like she has too much power over him, that he isn't on the same level as her in terms of value. And as a result, she suddenly starts to lose interest. So I'll list off the three things and I'll explain what they are. They all start with P, right? Placating, pre-committing, and pretending. Right? So to placate means to say or do something to hopefully make someone feel less angry, or to attempt to gain the goodwill of or cause to be more favorably inclined. Essentially, what happens is that many guys have a perception of women as being mean, angry, ready to reject, ready to get angry, ready to be pissed off and so forth if a guy says something that she doesn't like. Right? So what happens is that a lot of guys try to placate when they are interacting with a woman. They're trying to behave in a way that avoids her potentially becoming angry. So he's talking to her in a nice way. He's trying not to put a foot wrong. He's trying to say all the right things and so forth. And even if he's acting cool about it and acting tough and so forth, but still trying to say all the right things, the woman can sense that he's placating. He's trying hard to ensure that she doesn't get angry, or that he makes her feel less annoyed and less inconvenienced that she's actually interacting with him. She's giving him her time, right? And the next one is pre-committing. Already committed to being with her before she does anything to impress him other than looking the way that she does, and being open to a conversation with him. So what happens is that a guy will meet a woman that he likes and he has good intentions, showing her that he's that interested. He's committed to like potentially having a relationship with her, potentially going on a date with her already. Essentially, the way he comes across without saying it is, let's do it. I find you attractive. Hopefully you find me attractive enough to give me a chance, and then I'll take you out on a date, right? He's already coming across in that way. Or, I really like you. You're amazing to me. I already want to have a relationship with you. Hopefully you give me a chance, right? And as I said, he's not saying that, but the woman picks up on it. And she then feels like she's in the position as the selector, right? He's trying to get a chance with her. He is of lower value than her, and she is going to decide whether or not to give him a chance with her. And that's just not how women want to feel, especially if they're attractive. Now, the thing is, some unattractive women do like it when a guy doesn't know his own value and is placating and is pre-committing and so forth. But if a woman is attractive, she usually doesn't want to be in the position where she's the one deciding whether or not to give him a chance. And the third one is pretending, right? So pretending not to be interested in her sexually. So some guys think that a woman will lose interest if she finds out that he has a sexual interest in her. So he then just tries to show her that he's a nice guy, he's a good guy, he just wants to have a chat with her. He doesn't have any sexual interest in her, he just wants to get along with her and so forth. But when he does that, what happens is that the woman either then feels like there's no sexual connection between him and her, right? It just feels like more of a friendship and therefore she doesn't want to have sex. Or she feels like, okay, that guy is not being truthful with her. He's acting, he's pretending to not have a sexual interest in her, right? So if she's pretty, if she's attractive, if she knows that guys normally find her attractive and she's confident about that, and the guy is just talking to her and trying to be a nice friend and so forth, she then feels turned off. She loses interest in him because he's not being truthful with her. He's being manipulative. He's up to something. And she then starts to put her guard up or play very hard to get. And if she notices that the guy then starts to panic because she seems to be losing interest, she's like, okay, well, he does actually have an interest. He does actually want me. He's trying hard now. He's pedaling really fast now, trying to keep the conversation going, trying to keep her interest. And she knows that, okay, it's just an act that he's putting on to seem like an innocent guy who's not interested in her sexually and so forth. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that a guy should show active sexual interest in a woman all the time and let her see that he wants to have sex with her ASAP. Instead, you can just behave in an attractive way where you're being confident, you're displaying emotional masculinity, you're using some humor, you're being charming and so forth, and the woman is going to feel attracted to you. And if you then don't show sexual interest in her, it can sometimes result in the woman then trying harder to get you to like her. So she tries harder to turn on her charms and hopefully get you to like her in that way. Yet not all women are going to react like that. So it's not actually the most effective strategy. The most effective strategy with women is to not play games, right? It's to behave in a way that makes the woman feel sexually attracted to you and also be able to show her subtle interest via flirting. When you do that, it's very easy to get laid or get a girlfriend, because what happens is that if you display traits that are naturally attractive to women and you don't show any sexual interest, many times women will then start to play hard to get, or they will assume that there's not enough of a connection, or you don't find them attractive enough, and they may have an insecurity about that and not want to get into a relationship with a guy who's not that attracted to them because they know that they then can't maintain the relationship. So with women, it's best not to play games. Yet the thing is, it can be very difficult for some guys because some guys don't get a lot of opportunities with women that they really find attractive. And if they suddenly come across a woman who they find attractive after they haven't had an opportunity for months or maybe a year or more, it's very difficult for them not to feel like, okay, I can't stuff this up. I've got to be on my best behavior here. I've got to try to placate and please and suck up and be on my best behavior, say all the right things to not stuff up. But that actually turns women off because they sense it as neediness. They sense it as desperation. If you want to be successful with women, whether you're going out and meeting women, you're meeting lots of women, or if you just want to be ready to get the next great woman that you meet, then you need to be prepared to display the sort of behaviors that are going to attract her and not display the behaviors that are going to turn her off and cause you to lose that opportunity. You've got to get yourself ready.